now might not be a bad time to go for the first holy site. Because we've got Igbo here, so if we take... I believe Igbo was the closest holy site, right? Yeah, it's right here. So if we hop across the river real quick, take Igbo from this guy, he only has 900 troops, and he has one ally who has, I think, 300. Yeah, so we more than match them there. So we can wait to get some troops back and then go for them. Ekundayo is still alive? What the hell? She's 223. Footsteps echoing down dark hallways. Misplaced papers in my study. A shadow seen from the corner of my eye. You think someone is following you? Ekundayo seems to mull it over before nodding to herself. I have noticed some suspicious things in the castle recently. Could just be my dementia from being 220 years old, but... So, I need to get to the bottom of this. We might gain an intrigue life, just a free perk, without needing to spend any experience, or we can become more vigilant, which gives us resistance to schemes and +1 intrigue.
We need to get to the bottom of this, find out.
For sure. Oh, we're above our domain limit. Let's give another chiefdom to our son. Hidden in one of the more desolate hallways, one that leads to the most private chambers as well as the castle gardens, I wait and I watch. Was it foolish to come here? Maybe if I... Footsteps. Moving quietly down the hallway, a figure emerging from the shadows. What is Ajapada doing here? This is just a random guy, just a guest who showed up in our court. Looks like a priest. Good fighter, too. Jesus, 27 prowess. We should recruit this guy. But let's figure out if he's sus first. So
yeah, right?
We could confront him immediately. We could continue to follow him. Our intrigue gives us a 77% chance of successfully tailing him without being noticed. Or it cannot be him. We will search elsewhere for the spy.
We're gonna follow him.
Yeah.
We need to find out if this guy's on our side.
Yeah, and then if he is, we can give him some money, make him our warrior. I follow Abayua unnoticed, and as we near my private chambers and the castle gardens, my heartbeat rises. What is he doing here? Distracted, I jostle a vase decorating the hallway, and it crashes to the floor. The clamor that follows him almost cover his hurried steps as they fade down the corridor, and he is soon lost to the night. Damn, we missed with the 77%. Alright, well, we didn't get a perk, we get some intrigue experience, and we get more vigilant anyway, so... We don't know if he's susser. This is her son is our great-grandfather, so she's our great-great-grandmother. Just that healthy tribal living down in sub-Saharan Africa.
Yeah.
Nothing to, nobody ever gets sick or dies down here. The critter. A wide variety of venomous critters greets me at a merchant stall, and I am struck by inspiration. Wouldn't one of these exquisite creatures be the perfect gift for one of these kids we're trying to kill? One of your deadly, most interesting ones, please. Or we can just get the snake for studies and get learning.
No. Ooh. No. Get the most deadly one.
Alright, I think now is the time to go for Igbo. We got our troops back. I think now's the time. He has an ally over here, but she only has 300 troops. So, I'm gonna split off a small detachment of guys. Merchant placed the snake in a woven basket with no questions asked. On my way home, I open the lid, but to my surprise, I find it empty. Where did it go? Where? Ah! Venomous encounter. Oh, so we get a health penalty because the snake got us. That might not be good. Plush, vibrant, and soft as the first light of dawn, a merchant presents me with an exquisite carpet in the hopes of good future relations. As I marvel at the fine weave, I am struck by a thought. Wouldn't a carpet like this muffle the treading of feet, even conceal the steps of a bumbling agent? So we can send a carpet to one of these children, and the carpet gives them more prestige, but makes them less resistant to our schemes. But if they figure out what we're doing and reject the carpet, they'll get resistance to the scheme. Or we could take the carpet and get the same effect. I think we need it because we've only got 52% for these kids, so let's see.
Yeah.
This 0-year-old expected. He figured out our treachery, so now he's got scheme resistance. Damn, who knew these kids would be harder to kill than like all those like established adults from before? Let's see. Oh, our ally wants us to help him. Lose 350 fame. Oh, I mean, sure, we'll help you once we deal with our stuff. He's probably gonna win anyway because he has 1,400 and he's going against a guy with 300, so he'll probably just win on his own.
We're here for emotional support right now.
Yeah, we're here. Yeah, we'll flex on his enemies with him, but he's. I mean, he's already going for their capital. He's just gonna take it. Damn. We did so well in that first scheme, and now all these are getting discovered.
I mean, everyone knows we're a schemer now. They're keeping their eyes open.
Like, at this point, we're strong enough to just take these lands, honestly. He's having kids faster than we can kill them. Yeah, I don't know if this. I don't think this is a good idea. We might just want to call these off at this point.
Okay, yeah. Call them off.
We've repented. We're now good boys. We just take land through conquest. My spies have informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus at the local tavern. The woman has been spending large amounts of gold and bragging loudly about the great deal she struck with a fancy lady in pearls and silk. Apparently she drew a map of the local jungle for an unknown nobleman. The spies think the lady must be scheming against me or one of my subjects. Oh hey, our ally won his war. See, we provided the emotional support.
Nice, you're welcome. Did he say thank you?
Let's see. No, but he's not upset. I had a pretty cool mod that made the armies look like full armies with like multiple units and stuff and tents and horses and such, but the new update broke it, so I need to wait for it to be updated.
Oh, that's cool though.
Yeah, there's some
Instead of
awesome...
just like one guy walking.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. Yeah, that's a big BENIN. Ibadan is definitely the next one who needs to fall because we need to keep expanding westward. Because our other two holy sites are this. Actually, wait a minute. Ife's a holy site, so we need one more holy site. So we need to continue west. Already. Oh no, I think Ekundayo. Yeah, Ekundayo died. 224.
Wow.
Rest in spaghetti. Never forget.
Only 224.
Yeah, she was so young.
She probably like raised the life expectancy up like 10 years.
Just on average, yeah.
Just on average,
just a crazy
yeah.
outlier. Although I could give her the land, she's already on our council as our spy master, and it would make her like us.
Does she like us already?
Yeah, she kind of does.
Okay, yeah. Then we'll give it to her.
Ooh, and now we have another mental break because we've been above stress level 1 for long enough. As I walk the corridors of my palace, frustrated, many of my courtiers seem to be droning on and on about some problem they are having in Benin City. With how things have been lately, I find it difficult to focus, but I'm sure that no one would be saying such harsh things if they were not true. Something about the discussion sounds familiar, though. Was that law not my idea? Is this my fault? So we can eat the stress, remain stressed, or our other option for stress relief is becoming a hashishia and consume some gang hashish to deal with the stress of everyday life. I'm gonna start smoking gang weed at 66.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It doesn't give a health penalty. It lowers our stewardship and learning, which aren't very useful to us.
All right. Yeah. Let's become a let's boof.
Ajapada Henmihen passes you the boof. Do you accept? And I mean, we gotta get below that stress level, so let's consume hashish cakes, drug ourselves into a hashish stupor. Just a few bites.
And if we get cataracts too, it'll cure that. Like have an anxiety attack.
And just die. That happened to one of my characters in CK3. I made a character because in that game you can consume hashish if you join the Hashashin, the assassin guild, as a Muslim. And once I got to the rank where I could use it, I just did nothing else but constantly consume hashish, and eventually I just died from a heart attack from anxiety. First person to OD on hash in history.
Yeah, you're gonna ruin it for the next like 1,000 years of people that just want to recreationally smoke. It's like that one guy who died in.
Yeah, that one guy who died in Arabia in the year 1000. Yeah.
It's interesting to see like how like most of Europe is actually like pretty like the same as it is like in modern day. France is a little larger. There's no Germany. England's run by Norway right now, but that'll change. And then like you look over to like Africa and Asia, and it's just like completely different. Like nothing is the same now.
Yeah, remember how so this is the 1066 start, so Norway actually didn't control England at the start. Like that happened at this start date. There's a three-way war between the King of England, one of the dukes in France, William the Conqueror, who historically was the one who won that war, and the King of Norway is also at war. So all three of them are fighting each other. Usually William wins, but it looks like on this gameplay, Harald Hardrada won, and he's actually still alive. King Harald Hard, ruler of Norway.
See, we got colonized and enslaved at one point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, even the colonizers had to deal with that.
Exactly. People are like, the comfiest game is just sitting up in Iceland and then just never interact with anybody. Nobody will declare war on
Yeah,
you. 'Cause
there's no Canada to be like, hey, what's up? Like,
they don't want your
anything.
land, yeah.
No Greenland either. Just
Oh, we have a grandson. That's awesome.
nice. That's a lot of murder needs to take place.
Ekpen Benin. What we could do is switch our lifestyle to start focusing on religion, and then maybe get an event that gives us a bunch of piety, so that we can just get to it before this character dies, because Intrigue doesn't really have much left for us. We're not going to murder anybody else. We don't care about any of these perks.
We'll focus on religion at the end of our life to get a good reincarnation.
We have found a reset. I think that's a good. We smoked a bunch of weed and found God. This is perfectly in
Arisa came
character.
before me.
Yeah.
Stop right there.
Our son is going for seduction focus, so he's gonna have a lot of kids. It's good and bad. It means our succession is safe, but it means we're gonna have to fight to keep everything under one banner. But
we give it to the eldest. That's what we did last time. That's what we're gonna do again.
yeah, the problem is succession works a little bit differently. They actually made it harder to keep it together, at least in the early stages. And since we're tribal, we're gonna be in the early stages for a really long time. Speaking of which, for the first inheritance, it's not a problem because we only had the one son. So when it's now because this son has multiple kids, he has a son and a daughter, but because we have equal inheritance. Damn. Ajapada Henmihen of Benin has left this world at 67 years of age. He died of old age. As an old man, he lived a long, fulfilling life. Ajapada Henmihen ascends to the throne. Well-spoken and outgoing, many expect Henmihen to have no problem charming the court to his side. We will continue as him. Alright, so let's look at our character now. We are zealous, so we care a lot about religion. We are gregarious, and we are forgiving, so that's all going to contribute to our good diplomacy, but we were trained in intrigue, which is unfortunate because we're bad at it anyway. Because we care so much about religion, we have 233 piety as soon as we inherit, so we should actually be able to do a bunch of wars and create the kingdom of Yorubaland really quickly with him. He was doing the temptation focus, so he's gonna have good seduction. I don't really care about going any further down here. I think it might be, because we're zealous, I think it would be good to go down either religion or diplomacy, and both of those would be good for us. Diplomacy would give us a bunch of prestige, which we use to fund our military, and eventually declare war on people who are of a different religion than us, which all these people over here, once we get out of our little pocket of a recent faith and we start fighting the Akam people and try to take our holy sites back from them, prestige will be what we use for wars instead of piety. And then religion will just give us a bunch of piety, make it easier to reform the faith, possibly as this character if we make it that far. So I think either one would be good.
Let's focus on diplomacy. I've always kind of wanted to do a run like that.
Yeah, where people actually like us and aren't terrified of us / hating us. Imagine that. All right. Ooh, there's an albino guy here. That's kind of cool.
An albino in Africa. Oh, good luck, dude.
Yeah, albino's kind of a cool trait. It makes you have a -10 opinion because people think you're a freak, but you get plus 15. Your dread is you would constantly have 15 dread because people think you're a freak and other albinos like you.
Other albinos like you.
Yeah, they're like, oh hey.
That'd be cool to play as an albino. Do like a.
So one of the coolest dynasty legacies, you can go down Blood, which is all about genetics. And when you get down to here, you can pick one out of a selection of genetic traits to be extremely common in your dynasty. So if you do that, you can have a dynasty of all dwarfs or all albinos or something.
We could have a dwarf dynasty.
Yep. Where basically every kid that's born to us is almost guaranteed to be a dwarf or a giant. We can go the other way. Oh god, what happened? What happened to all our troops? It said we had 2,400. Why did we just go down? What did they mean by this? Crap. Well, okay, wow, that was messed up. I don't know why it was showing us as having double the troops we actually had, but we still won it because
okay.
I at the beginning before we started the the video, I hired some horsemen, so those actually counter the archers, which a lot of these African rulers are going to hire archers as their main military, because there's a they're like the special troops for this area are like increased strength archers, so our horsemen are going to counter the archers really well. But yeah, that could have been bad. Farbas Yamba Sorgo rules over the nearby county of Ilesa, which is home to a large number of devout Orisans. The Seguist Farbas could easily persecute the Orisans living there, and it is my responsibility to protect them from his hostile influence. So we could get a claim on one of his pieces of land, and get 100 piety, because we don't want him to oppress the faithful. We could smuggle Orisans to safety, which gives us more troops and more taxes from the refugees. Wait a minute, the refugees are making the economy better? That doesn't make sense.
So I want to smuggle as many as possible. Just
Okay. So the chiefdom of Oyo.
gain the trait pregnant. What a great trait.
So I think the next step is Ibadan here, once we get stronger. And we're about to have a third kid, so that's actually pretty good. We can give away one piece of land to each kid and be below our limit. We have a daughter, Osaze. So when we're in control of someone who has a kid, because this is actually the first time it's happened, we can choose their name if we want. I don't know if we'd be able to give them, if we'd be able to think up any historical African names or very authentic ones, but they have buttons here to name them after our ancestors or name them from a pool of names based on our religion. Or this is our culture, actually. I think we name her Ekundayo after our beloved great-great-great-grandmother. What do you think?
Oh yeah. May she live long too.
Yeah.
Does the river grant us extra protection against Nupe and those kind of countries?
Yeah, because they can only cross at the bridges here. So they can only cross here and here, so we can cut them off more easily, and it takes them, they can't just like cut straight across to it.
Yeah, we might need to get that bridge right there. Did you see the one I'm talking about, connecting to Nupe, just for defense?
For our defense. Yeah. I mean, right now, yeah, because they control all of this, but he's only got 600 troops.
Oh, that's part of his. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's all him. Yeah. We'll take it. It's also weirdly, even though you would think the border would be like the river, because that's usually where borders are, for some reason this one county isn't part of the de jure kingdom of Yorubaland. It's part of Igbo Benue over here. So I don't know why that is. Kind of weird.
Easy transport, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you get a dowry in this game?
Only monogamous cultures. Our culture has concubines, so we're not monogamous.
Oh, yikes.
Yep, so you can either get prestige or gold as a dowry. It's not really a dowry, it's like a marriage tax, so the family doesn't pay you, you're literally being like, hey peasants, give me more money because I'm getting married. And they're like, okay. But then if you don't make the peasants pay, the peasants will like you, so that's why you get prestige. Oh, woo, what's this?
Oh, woo? Being invaded?
I was joking, but Owu is actually the best county he has, so we're actually probably gonna take Owu. Notices your land, Owu. And after we get established, we are just literally gonna raid all of these guys and just take all their money so that we can progress to making the kingdom faster and expanding faster. We haven't raided at all, which is like half the reason you play a tribal is to raid. So, as their Ajapada, my vassals owe me their allegiance. My word is law, but how much is obedience without devotion worth? In times of crisis, a slow response or a half-hearted effort can lead to disaster. Can I afford such risk? This is a chance to test our diplomacy. We will win their unwavering loyalty. They pay us less taxes, but our vassals like us more. Fear is a far more effective tool. We gain some dread, and one of our spy master loses opinion of us, and we hurt her, and she's pregnant. That's a dick thing to do. Or
yeah, we don't do that.
We can say we have more important men to impress, and we instead impress the High Chief of Borgu over here.
No, we will win their loyalty.
Oh, our father-in-law died.
Oh, rip. How do we feel about that? 0.
Yeah, 0. And instead, this is our brother-in-law.
Is he ugly? Why is he got a mask on?
He got disfigured. He probably got messed up in battle. And his heir is our wife.
Now I feel
Ooh, if
bad.
he dies, he might die. And if he dies, our wife takes his land, which means our kids take his land. That's just free. I didn't even mean to do that, but that might be how it happens. He doesn't have any kids, so yeah, his sister is the heir, which is our wife.
Yeah, let's
It's
make
awesome.
sure he doesn't have any kids.
Yeah, I mean, we're a good person, but if there was ever a time for some assassination, but he might just die of his wounds too. He's severely injured and disfigured.
Yikes.
So
Poor
he's
guy.
ailing. He's not doing well.